What's up, this is MLB Talk 123. I recently bought an item I saw, I heard people talking about it at a game. I went to go get autographs, and I was, sitting there for an hour. The only autograph I got, actually, was Brian Tallett. Disappointing day in that sense, but autograph's an autograph, and player interaction is awesome. But I was so close to getting Jose Bautista. It was Toronto Blue Jay incredible game, and I got to listen to so many great conversations. It really, excuse me, it really inspired me as I just started collecting last year, and I have tons of stuff, minor league, mostly minor league stuff, because of the Quad City River Bandits. But any chance I get, I used to buy a lot of stuff off eBay. And I'm pretty proud of my collection, and then some stuff I got at Major League Baseball games. Some of my best autographs, Ubaldo Jimenez and Matt Holliday and others. But just I don't care really who it is. Obviously, the better the players, the better it is. But I just love getting any autographs. I mean, I just love the personal interaction, being able to remember the memory of meeting these guys. And a book that I would just totally recommend to you as a collector is the Baseball Autograph Collector's Handbook. I heard these guys talking these different stories of how they got these autographs, historic autographs, different things like that, and I was like, wow, I thought I had a pretty good collection, but these guys, this is their main hobby, and they're really well prepared everywhere they go. Excuse me. And I'd really recommend this book right here. This is by Jack Smalley and their family. And this is number 16 edition. So this they update these a lot, and this just came out this year. Actually, just probably a few weeks ago, and it was just shipped. I just bought it online. Emailed the guy because I saw an article in the New York Times because I was searching for this book. And I found it, and I emailed them. They're nice, and just buy it online, and there it is. The different contents of this book, table of contents, authenticity, preface, they just how to obtain autographs. They have all these different things of different ways to get autographs and the best ways to do it. They explain to you, like, how to use a handbook. Another thing, values, how to use a handbook, glossary, Baseball Hall of Fame members, players debuting from 1930 to 2010, coaches debuting from 1930 to 2010, umpires debuting from 1930 to 2010, deaths in 2009, 10, and 11, and state-by-state player list. So they have every player that debuted from 1930 to 2010. So that's active players, that's players way back when, whenever they had their debut. Now the thing about this book, I'm sorry for not actually telling you what it is. It is a list of their addresses to send them mail. And actually, surprisingly, a lot of the time when you send a mail, just be original with what you send them, and you will get a lot of it back. It might take a few months because they're not there. They're busy during the season. If you highlight, I go through and highlight all the names that I want to send. You get them all, and you write each. Just spend an hour or two writing each handwritten letters. You'll probably have fun with it too because I prefer handwritten letters. It doesn't look good if you're typing. And have just kind of like the same thing over and over again. You could do that. But if you really, really like a player and it's affected you in some way, like Albert Pujols, I could write like a 2-page in him. I'll keep it short, but, I could go on and on about him. I'm going to keep it original. And, if you get lucky, if you got one from Albert Pujols, it's worth a lot sentimentally and value. To get that by buying a $20 book, I think is great. This book has like 140 pages of players' addresses, and it's not stalkerish. Don't stalk. It'd be stalkerish if you get this book to find their address and go to their house, because number one, they're probably not there, at least all the time, and number two, that's not the point of this, and they'll probably charge you or something. They'll probably, yeah, whatever. It's just not a good idea. It's not to stalk them. It's to send out fan mail, and be nice and be considerate and be respectful to them because they're people. They're not, superheroes. They're not. They're amazing baseball players, and I love collecting autographs. But they're people just like everyone else. So be respectful of them in that sense. Don't just like talk to them like they're God, but obviously be nice about them and stuff. And so that's why I love this book is you can go through and find all these different players that you like. That you want to know their address and you want to send them mail, and it just gives you the opportunity to, like whole Albert Pujols autograph is right in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, address, excuse me. You know, and I'm getting together a long list of them, and I'll, you know, sit down and write some letters, and then just go like a mass mail, and you know, whatever I get back, you know, if I get back some stuff, that'd be awesome. If I don't, you know, a little bit disappointing, but you know, it happens. Um, let's see here. They have different things like authenticity, how to obtain autographs right here. Let's see, different ways to go into the ballpark and getting it, different things, and it actually comes with this like newspaper thing of you can actually sell your autograph collection to them. They can, you know, you can buy stuff from them too. They, you know, collect a lot too. So I mean, they really have, you know, some of them will be old ads, or if they came a few years ago from the Dominican Republic, they might only say old ad and they'll just say Dominican Republic or the country they're from. So, you know, I'd say about 70% of the guys that you look up, they'll have their current address. You know, they're going to have some guys that you really want that they don't have their address in there, but most of these guys, they have their address. And the amazing thing is they have umpires, coaches, Hall of Fame, you know. So, you know, it's surprising, a lot of people don't have P.O. boxes either. You know, there's some that do, but surprisingly, some of the best players, they don't just have P.O. boxes just to send to them, you know. So if you send a fan mail, obviously, if you want them to sign a ball or 2 balls or whatever, try to keep it a minimum of 3 things you sign. I'm just going to ask for whatever. You know, I'm not going to ask for, can you please sign this card 3 times, you know. But pay, you know, give them something to pay for the postage back or whatever. You know, other than that, I mean, this is a great book. I totally approve of this. I recommend it to anyone that loves baseball autograph collecting. And there's a little bit about Jack Smalling. Jack Smalling, autograph collector since 1962, possesses one of the best collections in the country. His athletic activities have included playing baseball on the semi-pro level for 13 years, coaching and officiating football, basketball, and baseball. A graduate of Iowa State University, Jack resides in Ames, Iowa. He and his late wife, Marge, raised 4 sons. Let's see what other things. See, there's actually a picture in here of him batting against Satchel Paige, which was pretty cool. So they have some, you know, they have some things about the family, of course, and really, it's just a great book. And it's interesting because at the end of the book, you'll see that. Sorry, they'll show towns, cities, and they'll show the players that are from that city. So I could look up for Illinois, and I could actually find, you know, players that are from Illinois, and it's kind of odd because, you know, I didn't know that many players are from Illinois. But it's a great book to reference, really. It's just an awesome book. It really is. And look at, you know, sometimes you miss people too. I just look down for, you know, a few seconds. I miss 3 people that I want to highlight here. But a great book. I totally recommend it. The 16th edition of the Baseball Autograph Collector's Handbook. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be Talk 1, 2, 3.